Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We're on day one. I'm back from the weekend. I am well rested. My legs hurt from all the walking I've done, but I have finally done it. And yeah, we got to celebrate this time around. Let's go ahead and grab our 200 sleep points. Let's put that in the bank. We got 3,623. And then for our daily lottery, we can go ahead and pick up something very nice. Very nice indeed, hopefully anyway. It's going to be a biscuit. That is pretty nice. I'll take that. I will definitely take a biscuit. 700 diamonds. We got plenty to spend on some bundles in the future, but for now, let's jump into the sleep report, the final sleep report of the Valentine's event, and let's see if we got anything interesting at all for this final report. We did get something quite interesting yesterday. We'll go over that a little bit later because a lot of you were very excited about it. Me too. Don't get me wrong. I'm also excited, but we have something we need to do before we decide to invest in that. Anyway, this is looking pretty decent. Not a dozing though, just a snoozing, which is unfortunate, but maybe we can still get what we want using that pseudo-balanced sleep effect bonus, whatever we want to call it, that we get for these events. We did get a very big drowsy power score, my best ever, with new record. Didn't need a multiplier at all to get 427,370,500 drowsy power for a brand new record. Of course, I had to use a friend incense last night just to make sure that we got something good. Hopefully, anyway, if it went to the right. Wow, are you for real? Of all things to pop up. Of all things, it's a Rattata. Are you for real? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Hopefully we get something more interesting than that. That went so fast, but I did see a couple of things that I like there. There's a Diglett. All right, so we got Diglett, Swalot, Ekans, Rattata, Wooper, which is good, Clodsire, another Wooper, which is also very good, another Diglett, and an Arcanine. So looks like no new sleep styles today, but we got two Woopers and a Clodsire. If that Clodsire is hungry, we can definitely feed that a premium biscuit, catch it immediately, but I don't know that we want to do that. Well, actually, no, I did feed the Clodsire already. We definitely don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Everything that's hungry is not what I was trying to catch. Today is going to be a day. Today is going to be a day. We're going to... Let's see, we got two Woopers. So let's feed this one a biscuit first. No big hit. Okay, so that means that now we feed it a premium biscuit and take that one home. So we for sure get one. No worries there. We at least got the one. Now we try to catch the other one, and that's a little more tricky now that it was not hungry. If it was hungry, that would have been fantastic. Would have been really good. Okay, so let's see. For me to take this home one way or another, I need to use a Great Biscuit. So let's go ahead and use the Great Biscuit now, because if it's a big hit, then we go ahead and take it home. If not, we run the risk of well, it wasn't, but I was gonna say if it's not, and now we run a risk, we can try to feed it one Poke Biscuit and hope that that is either a big hit or it does not get full. So let's see. Come on, buddy. You don't love me that much. Okay. All right. Well, you know, I'm finding out how much you don't love me, but you are not full. So maybe you love me more than I thought. All right. Good. Perfect. Take home that Wooper too. All right. And now we also, why not? Let's see. Can we get a big hit here? Big hit, big hit, big hit. Yay. All right, perfect. So now we only got to spend two biscuits on that instead of a Great Biscuit and a regular biscuit. So that's good. And then boop, take that home too. We are doing our best to try to see what we can do about getting a ABB of either of these two. Preferably it's one of the Woopers that's ABB with good sub skills. But you know, if it's Clodsire, it's Clodsire, whatever. We feed the hungry rat. He's hungry and starving and we feel bad for him. And also possibly 10% crit cap. Nope. All right, so that's fine. We leave the rat as is. And what else was hungry? There was a hungry Diglett. We do the same. We feed the hungry Diglett because the poor guy's starving. And we see if crit cap. No. Okay. So we do not catch him and take him home. Perfection. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, Swalot, you too. We feed you a biscuit. Are you going to be the 10%? 1 in 3? 1 in 10? No, also not. All right, well, tis what it is. We got what we came here for. We got the Whoopers and the Clodsire. That's all I wanted to catch today. The rest, we'll save them for later. For now, we go ahead and move on, and we see if any of these is going to be the one we want. So let's, no, I mean, yeah, I get that you want the Arcanine to be sent out, but, you know, Clodsire candy. That's the one we send out. Also, getting all 3 of them means we got a decent amount of candy. Well, 11. It's better than 0, I guess. At least we saw them with such a high drowsy power. Being able to actually find them is, you know, pretty good. We did get about 17,620 Dream Shards. Not the most we've gotten all weekend, but pretty good. Also, I think I said ABB Whooper. I meant to say AAA. I don't know. I may not have said that. It's just going so fast. Well, that's ABB. We don't want that. Don't be perfect. Don't be perfect. Come on. Well, I mean, that's definitely not perfect. Skill Trigger S, Berry Finding, Helping Bonus, Inventory Up, and Skill Level Up. Yeah, definitely not what we're looking for. Although, Quiet is pretty good. Pretty good. Nature, but not with this ingredient spread. We don't want that. This one, yeah, not great. Not great at all. I don't think we're keeping this one. This is, yeah, we're not going to let this one finish. That's going to live with the professor. That's not what we want. Not at all. Let's move on. Next one. Come on, buddy. Be AAA. Just AAA. How many of you do I have to catch before I get a AAA? Level 14 in bold. Uh-oh. ABB as well? I don't like it at all. All right, well, ABB also. What do we got? Skill Trigger S, Inventory Up M, Ingredient Finder S, Inventory Up S, and Inventory Up L. All the inventory. With Speed of Help down. No. We don't like that either. This is almost certainly going to go live with the professor as well. It's decent. Even with the Speed of Help down, it's somewhat decent, which is surprising. But, yeah. Also going to live with the professor because it's ABB, and I do not need another coffee bean gatherer. I already have one. Let's try again. Clodsire, can you save me from whatever this is that I'm in? Level 22 in Naive. All 3 of them, ABB. What are the odds of that? And you're going to be perfect, aren't you? Ingredient Finder S, Skill Trigger S, not perfect. Helping Speed M, but pretty close. Helping Speed S and Inventory Up M with XP gains up. And main skill chance down. So not the best. I'm upset. I am slightly upset. These are all terrible. How do we get 3 of them? All 3 of them ABB. What are the odds? What are the odds? That Rattata was just cursed. That's what that was. We're gonna move on. We're moving on. These are all bad. I'm done. Didn't use any candies on any Pokemon because I forgot. Our area bonus is 66% though, so that's good. But let's go ahead and get this weekly summary out the way. Let's just do that. Let's do that. All right. I am super disappointed in the fact that that happened the way it did. Very disappointed. Week 82 weekly summary. We made it to Master 20. Somehow, I got the hat trick, which I will show right here. All 3 of them. I got the hat trick yesterday. All 3 of my meals went extra tasty, all for 500,000 plus. And that final extra tasty just barely pushed me into the Master 20 range. So we finally made it to Master 20 with 4,273,705 final strength, 466,098 from berries, and 3,807,607 from cooking. Not bad at all. A pretty good week, but my sleep grade was not pretty good. A B gives me 3 small handy candies. Yeah, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. You know, it was a rough week, but it was a fun week. And here we are. We're going back to Taupe Hollow because I want that Whooper and I need AAA. That is a very important thing for me to get. very quickly. Still no shiny Snorlax. I need to get that AAA very quickly. What do we got? Curries and stews. Okay. All right. Well, curries and stews. Sweet. Not bad. I don't think I have anything for curries and stews. I do get a recovery incense. So that's good. Well, we got a skill trigger there. That's good. Maybe we can get an extra tasty meal. Let's see. Ooh, skill trigger there too. That will help. Maybe that will give us something we can actually make. Boop, Flareon, double trigger there. Very nice. And we still have that good camp ticket active from last week because we started off forgetting to put the good. Oh, nothing there. Not a skill trigger at all. Wow, that's bad, Vaporeon. I needed that. And a singular trigger there. Okay, well. I mean, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and make what we can make. Let's see what we can do. Curries and stews is going to be different. Also, we're going to need to run a sleep style sniper just to see what we can do. Man, we can't make anything, which is kind of not surprising. 170 ingredients. Do I even have 170? I don't. You know what we're about to do? We're about to miss breakfast and we're going to make lunch instead, but we're going to actually make something worthwhile. So let's quickly. I tried. Hold on. No. We'll come back. We'll come back to the news. For now, I just want to get to those ingredient tickets. We're going to use a bunch of those real fast. You know what? Let's just use them all. Why not? Why not? Hopefully that will give me something I can make. It's a good amount of mushrooms and stuff. Maybe let's go ahead and pop this medium ticket too, just to see if we can make anything. Ooh, decent amount of leeks and corn. Maybe we got something there. Let's see. Lunchtime. It's fine. Still gonna be big meal. 30% extra tasty odds. Well, I mean, we can make spicy leek curry right now. It's something. Actually, that gives me an idea on something we can work on this week, which will be actually very nice. Very nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this. Throw all these mushrooms in there. That'll be a good pot expander. And then let's throw in not the extra herb. Well, you know, yeah, we can get away with the extra herbs. Let's throw in the sausage. This extra cocoa. We don't need that for right now. Not feeling very confident on this extra tasty. It's only 30% odds, so I don't want to throw those slowpoke tails in there. We can throw these soybeans in there. And that's not going to be enough. So coffee as well. There we go. Now it's enough. Okay. At this point, just trying to get to those 8 spawns as quickly as possible to get Wooper spawns. Come on, buddy. Extra tasty would be nice. Yeah, 4 in a row now. Love it. 4 in a row. Actually, it might be 5. I think I actually got extra tasty dinner too. But either way, at least 4 in a row. Can't beat that. It's not the dish strength we were working with last week, but you know what? 90,000 is a pretty good start. Pretty good start to the week. Having hit Master 20 last week, I'm just here to have fun and relax and try to catch us that AAA Wooper that did not show up. And it's going to be kind of tough now that now that the event is not around to help us at all, which is not fun, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. We did make it to basic 2. Pretty sure we made it higher than that. 104,000. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, so grade 4. Is that where we're starting out? Is that correct, or did I break it? It looks like that might be correct. It is not correct. We are at grade 3. I broke it yet again. Okay, well, tis what it is. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's check these missions. We did use the 7 incense to get those 5 small handy candies, which is good. We do need those. Using 100 candies is the only mission I missed out on, which kind of unfortunate. 5 medium ingredient tickets would have been a good thing to have, but it is what it is. We also already made it to grade 2, got our 1700 dream shards, and we're in a good place. All right. Let's see. Without the bonus from the event, how likely are we to find a Wooper now? We have to get dozing to get it at all. Probabilities, ooh, only around 30%, which is not terrible odds. 1 in 3 chance of seeing a whooper, but that's if I get a dozing. If is not good. 30%, that's up to 200 million. So it does plateau, so we don't really have to worry about strength, actually. We don't have to worry about keeping it low. We actually want to push as quickly as possible, as high as we can go. What if we get balanced? What if we get a balanced? How bad is that? Let's terminate that calculation. Start a new one. Let's see. Ooh, 10%. So we definitely don't want balanced. Definitely not. I was hoping that could be like a nice little backup option, maybe around 20-25%, but 10%. Yikes, aroni, bro. Yeah, definitely don't want that. Do not want that. Cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get the team switched around. If we're going to be working on spicy leek curry, let's do a thing. And you may already know where I'm going with this. First off, we got to redo this entire team. What happened? Gardevoir, of course. There you go. Dedenne, where you at? I even used this Dedenne yesterday to try to get some extra tasty chances, and it did not trigger a single time, which is not good. And then we're going to use the one that we're going to level up, which is this guy. No, not you. You. Yes. We're going to work on this one and use this for the spicy leek curry. And then the easy route from here on out is gonna be Dragon. Oh, that is not Dragonite. That is Dragonite. And our Tyranitar. Because they could also use some XP on them as well. Where you at, buddy? There you go. And then that way, we should be able to get everything that we need for this meal. And yeah, then we can swap in for our berry finder. And speaking of our berry finder, some things happened in yesterday's little micro sleep report. I caught a thing. That a lot of people were excited about, but I feel like maybe they have forgotten that I already have a Vulpix that's berry finding at level 10. And yes, you know what? All of you, out of my face. No, I don't want any of you. Get out of here. Get out of here. You made me sad. That I already have a Vulpix with berry finding. I did catch another one yesterday. So let's see. I haven't had a chance to add this to Raenon yet. So let's put this in and see if it outperforms the old one. Because I'm not entirely sure that it will. We've got soybean, and corn with energy recovery bonus, which is that one. Helping speed M, berry finding at level 50. We got a long way to go to get that berry finding. And skill trigger S with a jolly nature, which is XP gains. Oh, I say we have a long way to go, but the XP gains up will definitely help. And it is level 13. So as of right now, obviously, the lower level one does outperform because it has berry finding unlocked from the beginning. The new one does not outperform just yet. Let's see, at level 25, the gap does close pretty substantially. Only about a 20% difference between them instead of the 50% that we had before. Let's see, at level 10, yeah, roughly 50% difference between the two of them. That ingredient finding up does not help. And also getting ingredient finder at 25 also does not help. I think I know where this is going now. Level 25, that gap closes to only about a 20% difference. Level 50, there we go. The new one does in fact outperform. I did not take into account this old ingredient or this nature right here. This ingredient finding. Granted, The nature for actually for both of them, the nature does not matter with the way that I use berry finders, where I almost always leave their pack full and never actually collect from them. Energizing cheer is going to be kind of a nice bonus, but not a big thing that I'm really worried about. So neither of their natures really come into play outside of the new one's nature does take effect with it getting through the levels faster. So that's good. The nature is more impactful than this one, but level 25 subskill on the old one is kind of pointless because it's a wasted slot if I keep its inventory full and never collect from it. Same with the inventory here. It's just that much longer that I have to wait before the sneaky snacking mode kicks in. What is this? Energy recovery bonus. That does help. It does keep it at higher energy for longer when we rest overnight. Gets more speed, and then skill triggers at 100, which ultimately not that big a deal. Level 60, the gap widens between the two of them more, but in favor of the new one. So we're looking at a roughly 30-ish% difference if I've done my math right, somewhere around there, 30-35%. And then yeah, once we evolve them, we may see an even bigger difference. Let's see. About a 6,000 strength difference, which is roughly 1 in 4.5, something like that. I know that doesn't make any sense. It's just me trying to work out math in my brain, and it's not working. Maybe about 22%-ish. No, 27. I don't know. Somewhere in between 20 and 30% difference. Now we're starting to get into complicated math and percentages, but off the top of my head, somewhere between a 20-30% difference in favor of the new Vulpix. So yeah, I think we have a clear winner, and I need to go and save this one to my box, and that needs to be the one that we invest in. Well, this one right here on screen needs to be the one we invest in. So yeah, what level do you need to be to evolve? You don't have a requirement, just needs to have a Firestone, which I do not have. That means I gotta buy one. And I don't know if I want to buy one just yet. How far can we get you on just the candies we have? Oh, we have almost 400,000 dream shards. I didn't realize that. My dream shards got out of hand real quick. Can we get you to level 50? We can. Almost. Almost. It's going to cost us 110,000 dream shards to get to level 46. But you know what? I think what we're going to do... yeah, we might do that. I don't know. I might do that. I might go ahead and use all those, well, all but 80 of them, get it to whatever level that'll get me to, and then buy a Firestone soon. This might be what we work on this week. We might work on this because this week would be a good time to get it on the team. So we might do that. We just might do that. Unfortunately, this beautiful silver fox was not as good as the Vulpix we caught yesterday. I wish it was. I would have been ecstatic if it was that good, but unfortunately not. But yeah, so that's what we might do. We might just invest in this one this week and go from there. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We're in a good spot. We got curries and stews. We can work on leveling up 3 or 4 different Pokemon that I really need to work on because Quaquaval really needs to catch up. I need to get that to level 60 quickly. Tyranitar, Dragonite both need to level up as well. The faster I can get both of them to 60, the better. And then Dedenne and Gardevoir are just kind of chilling here, to be honest with you. They're just hanging out. But I think we're in a really good spot. But the one thing we haven't done is checked our community reports, which there should be a pretty decent amount, 29 of them. Yep, that sounds about right. I checked last night, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that doubled up out of 29. So good, right at 33%. And we got a level up, level 4. Ooh, big level up with 2 small ingredient tickets. If only I had those a minute ago, maybe I could have made a better meal, but it is what it is. Making the Spicy Elite Curry is what gave me the idea for this week, so it all worked out in the end. And then for our medal, of course, finally getting to Master 20 for the first time. Granted, this is the only Master 20 medal I've got at Taupe Hollow, and another subskill seed, which I believe I also got. Yeah, I did get another one as well yesterday during for getting a medal for, what was it? Going to sleep with a team whose RP was 17,000 plus. So Got 2 sub-skill seeds in the last 2 days. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and hang out. We're gonna hang out for a little bit, relax after the last week, and just enjoy, hopefully, finding a Wooper. But other than that, that is where I'm gonna wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, Waite, Husky Star, JP, Barty, Rogue Bastion, and Michael O'Brien Jr. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe plus button right below this video. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, hang out with a cool community of people. And other than that, y'all have a great week. And until next time, later, dudes.